First of all, what is crystal lattice? The symmetrical three-dimensional arrangement of atoms inside a crystal is known as crystal lattice. Means जो सिमेट्रिकल थ्री डायमेंशनल अरेंजमेंट होती है किस एटम्स की एक क्रिस्टल के अंदर. एंड नाउ क्रिस्टल इज अ सॉलिड स्ट्रक्चर एज वी ऑलरेडी कंप्लीटेड डन दैट solids are of two types, that is crystalline solids and amorphous solids. Now in a crystal, the arrangement, 3D arrangement, this is 3D arrangement of atoms inside a crystal, we called it as crystal lattice. Okay, now second one is unit cell. Now what is unit cell? The smallest group of atoms which has the overall symmetry of a crystal, means it is the smallest group of atoms which contains overall symmetry, means that small unit having that symmetry, all crystals, the whole crystal having that one symmetry, that one cell having. Okay, and from which the entire lattice can be built up by repetition in 3 dimensions. Means a unit cell is a smallest unit or smallest group of atoms, and we can form a lattice, a entire lattice, this entire crystal lattice, by the repetition of these unit cells in 3D. Means you can simply say that, like for when we built a wall, then for wall a brick is a unit cell. Okay, that after repetition of these bricks we can, and in 3D after repetition of these bricks we can make a entire wall. Same like this, a unit cell for a lattice, a unit cell is the smallest group of atoms that having the similar symmetry, and that consists of overall symmetry, and that explains the overall symmetry of the crystal. Means when we have to study that what is the structure of that crystal, then we have to study only one unit cell of it, because it is the whole crystal is built up by the repetition in 3 dimensionals of this unit cell. Now a portion of three-dimensional crystal lattice and its unit cell is shown in figure 1.9. Like in this figure, this is a crystal and this is unit cell. In red portion we are showing that this is a unit cell and these are lattice points that are present. Means in you can observe this, that in this is one unit cell, this is second, 3, third, 4th, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and these 8 unit cells are there, and all unit cells and we form this lattice by repetition of these unit cells in 3D. Okay, in the 3-dimensional crystal structures, unit cell is characterized by its dimensions along the 3 edges A, B and C. These edges may or may not be mutually perpendicular. Means these are the this is the structure of only one unit cell. Means we study only this one unit cell. Now it is having 3 edges, that is A, B and C. Angles between the edges alpha between B and C. Now edges between B and C, a angle is there, we can call it as alpha. And now beta angle between A and C, beta angle between A and C, and gamma angle between A and B. Now we have 3 angles between these 3 edges. In between A and B we have gamma, and in between B and C we have alpha, and between A and C we have beta. These parameters of a typical unit cell are shown in this figure. You can observe this in figure this. Now next one is primitive and centered unit cell. Unit cells can be broadly divided into 2 categories. First one is primitive and second one is centered unit cell. Now one by one we will study. Now first, primitive unit cell. Now what is primitive unit cell? When constituent particles are present only on the corner positions of a unit cell, it is called as primitive unit cell. Means we call a cell as a primitive unit cell when its constituent particles, or you can say its atoms, are present on the corner positions of that lattice. Okay, then we call it as primitive unit cell. And second one is centered unit cell. Now in this centered unit cell, in this when a unit cell contains one or more constituent particles present at positions other than corners in addition to those at corners, it is called a centered unit cell. Means these centered unit cells are those unit cells in which the constituent particles are present on the corners, as well as, or you can say, in addition to the corners, they are also present in lattice. Okay, they are also present on the other positions of the lattice. It is called a centered unit cell. Now centered unit cell are of three types. First one is body centered, second one is face centered, and third one is end centered. Now in body centered, such a unit cell contains one constituent particles, atoms, molecules or ions. Constituent particles are maybe atoms, molecules and ions at its body center besides the one that are at its corner. Means we can make it like a roughly diagram of a unit cell. Okay, and in this we are saying, means when the constituent particles, or we can say when the constituent atoms are present only on the corners of the unit cell, then we can call it as primitive unit cell. Means these are the corners of a unit cell, that's why we call it as primitive unit cell. Now, and second one, centered unit cell, means in addition to that corners particles, the other positions also having some particles, then we can call it as centered unit cell. Now centered unit cells are of three types. First one is body centered, face centered and end centered. In body centered, it is saying that with these outer corners in between the body, or you can say a body center, one atom is also present. Means it is a unit cell and it is in its body. Means at here we can like this, at here and center position of the unit cell one atom is present, so that's why we call it as body centered unit cell. Now second one is face centered unit cell. Face centered, such as a unit cell contains one constituent particles present at the corner of each face beside the one that are at its corner. Means in addition with these corners and face centered unit cells, in this face centered unit cells, each face consists of one atom. Means that like a cube having 6 faces, this one face having center position this, and lower one having this position, this one having this position, this having this, and back one this position, and this one this position. Means these are the 6 atoms that are present on the face, as well as in face centered, on face atoms are there and on corners. Now and centered unit cell, in such unit cell one constituent particle is present at the center of any two opposite faces besides the one present at its corner. Means they are present along with the corners, and they are present in between, or you can say present at the center of any two opposite faces. Means we have to take any two opposite faces like this one, this and this one. It is present in between these two faces. Okay, not at body center. Body center is present in whole the body center, and in and center these are present in between the two opposite faces. Like we can consider this and this also, this. Okay, and front one and back one. Now these are the centered unit cells and primitive unit cells. In primitive unit cells, the atoms or the constituent particles are present on the corners positions only, and in centered unit cell the constituent particles are present in addition with the corners to these are also present at any other position also. Next, inspection of a wide variety of crystals leads to a conclusion that all can be regarded as conforming to one of the 7 regular figures. These basic regular figures are known as 7 crystal systems. And these are the some seven crystal systems like cubic tetragonal, orthorhombic, hexagonal, rhombohedral, monoclinic and triclinic. To which system is given crystal belongs to is determined by measuring the angle between its faces and deciding how many axes are needed to define the principal features of the shapes. These are the seven crystal systems. Okay, along we can consider these by the angles present in between the axes, like alpha angle, beta angle and gamma, that we already completed. A French mathematician, Bravais, showed that there are only 14 possible three-dimensional lattices. These are called as Bravais lattice. Unit cell of these lattices are shown in the following box. The characteristic of their primitive unit cells along with the centered unit cells that can form have been listed in table 1.3. Means these are these 14 types of Bravais lattices that are present. That, like, first one is this primitive body centered and this is face centered, like, and this every corner atoms are there, and on each face one atom is there, and in body centered the corner atoms are there, and in center it is present. And this is simple primitive that we already discussed, that it is having only corner atoms are present. Now end centered, body centered, these are the same, these are the only arrangements of that. There are the 14 types of Bravais lattices that we arrange in this table. Okay, so crystal systems, first one is cubic, second one is tetragonal, third one is orthorhombic, fourth one is hexagonal, fifth one is rhombohedral or trigonal, fifth one is monoclinic, and sixth one is triclinic. Means these are the variations that these cubic form, they are present as primitive, body centered and FCC. These and these are the edge lengths, that A, B and C, like this, A, B and C. These are the edge lengths. A equals to B equals to C, because in cubic form all lengths are equal, and alpha equals to beta equals to gamma equals to 90 degree, and angle is also equal. That is, and examples are NaCl, zinc blende and copper. These are the examples. Like NaCl is exist as in the form of cubic crystal, zinc blende and copper also exist in the form of cubic crystal system. Now next one is tetragonal. In this, these the possible variations are means primitive form and body centered form. In this, A equals to B means two edge lengths are same, A equals to B and B is not equals to C, like this one. This is tetragonal, and this A equals to B, but these are not equal to C, means this C length is different from this A and B, and the angles are 90 degree, 90 degree and 90 degree, means angles are same. Angles alpha equals to beta equals to gamma equals to 90 degree, and examples are white tin oxide, titanium oxide and calcium sulfate. These are the examples which exist as tetragonal form. Next one is orthorhombic. Orthorhombic is primitive, body centered, face centered and end center, means all type of variations are there in orthorhombic form. Let us see what is that orthorhombic form. This is orthorhombic form, and this A, B and C, all lengths are different. A, B and C all are different, but the angle is same. Angle is of 90 degree, and this is orthorhombic form. And this A is not equals to B, B is not equals to C, and alpha is equals to beta equals to gamma, that is 90 degree. And examples are sulfur, rhombic sulfur and potassium nitrate and barium sulfate. These are the examples of these crystals that are present in the form of orthorhombic. Next one is hexagonal. Hexagonal, it is a primitive type, means on the corners they are present, the atoms are present, and in this A is equals to B but B is not equals to C, means the length C is not equal. In case of hexagonal, A is equals to B, and same as in this case, that A equals to B. Like tetragonal, hexagonal is also the same, that A is equals to B but C is not equal. but B is not equals to C. Or but in tetragonal the difference is that in tetragonal all angles are of 90 degree, but in hexagonal one angle is of 120 degree and two angles is of 90 degree. Like this, alpha and beta equals to 90 degree and gamma equals to 120 degree, and the examples are graphite, zinc oxide and cadmium sulfide. These are the examples of crystals that present in the form of hexagonal. Next one is trigonal, or you can say rhombohedral. It is also present in primitive form, and this alpha equals to beta A equals to B equals to C. This is trigonal, or you can say rhombohedral. Is in this A equals to B equals to C means all sides are equal but angles are not equal. Okay, angles are not equal to 90 degree, and this is rhombohedral, that is angles are not equal to 90 degree. All angles are same but these angles are not equal to 90 degree, and the example is cinnabar, that is HGS, that is mercuric sulfide, and second example is calcite, that is calcium carbonate. Calcite is calcium carbonate. Sixth one is monoclinic and last one is triclinic. First of all, monoclinic. In monoclinic it is present in the form of ant-centered and primitive variations are there. In this monoclinic like this. In this this is A side, this is B side and this is C side. A is not equals to B and B is not equals to C, means all sides are different, and angles. Now angles, A means alpha is 90 degree, beta is not equals to 90 degree and gamma is equals to 90 degree. Or we can say that alpha equals to beta, gamma equals to 90 degree, and this beta is not equal to 90 degree, and the examples are monoclinic sulfur and this sodium sulfate dot 10H2O molecule. These are present in the form of monoclinic form. Last one is triclinic. Triclinic is primitive. Okay, means all corners are occupied by the atoms, and in this triclinic A is not equals to B and B is not equals to C. All sides are different and even angles are also different, means alpha is not equals to beta and beta is not equals to gamma. Or you can say all these angles are not equal to 90 degree, and the examples are these like boric acid and CuSO4, copper sulfate and potassium dichromate. These are the examples of this triclinic type, and it is very important from exam point of view also, because in the form of multiple choice question, 1 mark question will be there in your exams also, because it is simply that in tetragonal form, like which one is it can say what are the edge lengths or what are the angles between the edge length in between the tetragonal shape. Then the options are there that alpha equals to beta equals to gamma and equals to 90 degree, or alpha equals to beta is not equal to gamma. And now different options are there, and you have to learn these two examples or these two examples of each of one, because it is important, and it is important for MCQs type questions also.